Every dog has his day.
Okay, I'm reloaded!
Raiders, we a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. Welcome to a new day. Step up in the oracle. Silver and black, you know we so historic. Many backbreakers, many claim treasures. The other teams only wish they could measure. Success is the business. You be my witness. Come feel the wrath of an Oakland menace. From state to state. And any given Sunday, it's the Raider attack. Strap them up and let's blast. It's a black attack laced with silver, and we deliver. Guaranteed to make it shoulder pads quiver. Look in the mirror, search your soul in the black hole. Fourth and goal, you couldn't cross the goal if you're paid toll. Knuckle up, get on the line, we going 99. YDS, YES, take this form to your chest. Cause yo, we're the best at this, committed to excellence. You call us crazy, we come to win, baby. Raiders, we a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders.
Hello viewers, welcome to Inbounds, and I'm Jessica Anderson. We're here at the minicamp with Khalif Barnes, number 69, offensive tackle of the Oakland Raiders. Hi Khalif, how are you?
I'm doing great, how you doing?
Good, glad to have you here. So we have Khalif here today. A little brief history about him. He is from San Diego, California. He attended Mount Miguel High School where he excelled in football and in basketball. He then transferred to the University of Washington where he was named All Pac-10. He was drafted in 2005 in the second round by the Jacksonville Jaguars. He then is now with the Oakland Raiders. So we're glad to have you here today.
Glad to be here today. It's always a nice sunny day in beautiful Oakland, Alameda, and it's always good doing interviews with you.
Awesome. So my first question, Khalif, in high school at Mount Miguel, you were an excellent student. You excelled in your grades.
Right.
So how were you able to maintain good grades while playing football and basketball?
Well, that's a great question. A couple things that happened with that was my parents, they always made sure that before I can even go outside and play or do anything that was fun, I had to make sure that my grades were up. So in order for me to keep playing, I had to make sure I had a certain GPA, had to make sure I was taking care of my homework and all that stuff right before I could even still keep playing. If not, they were going to make me stop playing that season or stop me playing right away. They wouldn't even wait for the season to be over. They would snatch me out right there if that would have happened. So they made it clear to me when I was a kid that that's what I needed to do, and it became a work ethic of mine. So it's kind of like eating your vegetables. I kind of like to eat my vegetables first before I eat my, the good food. So you want to take care of your stuff first, and then the stuff that you want to do afterwards, playing football, playing basketball, whatever you have to do, I can be free and I can enjoy to play that.
Awesome. So in high school, you played both football and basketball. How do you think basketball has made you become a better football player?
Well, basketball, you have to have great feet, and you have to be just as athletic playing basketball as you do as football. Conditioning nonstop, transitioning from switching your feet from lateral movement to jumping and to I'm an offensive tackle, so when I go against defensive ends like Sean Phillips from the Chargers or Tom Ali from the Chiefs, it's kind of like blocking a defender out. You see guys like Kobe when they're defending a guy, or Chris Paul when they're like moving and stuff, and you got to try to stay in front of a guy. It's kind of the same. It's like a mirror image of what I have to do as an offensive tackle. I have to mirror defensive ends and I have to mirror linebackers and defensive tackles. And when I get engaged with a guy, like when I hit a guy, the play's not over. We're not done yet. I have to move side to side with them. And these guys are quick and athletic, so basketball kind of teaches you how to do that. If you could do that and good in basketball, a lot of offensive tackles, played basketball, and it made them switch over. The transition to being a pretty good tackle is able to have that lateral movement, and basketball kind of teaches you to do that. If not, you're about to get crossover and left.
So now, moving on to your college years at University of Washington, you transitioned from high school to the university level. Was there a big difference with football, like playing football?
Yeah, there's a big difference with that. In high school, you might have like 3 or 4 guys who are really studs, the best athletes, if you will, and those are the guys that are kind of like the guys that are standouts. When you get to college, pretty much everybody's just like you are, And then same thing with the academics. You have to, except for now, it's not just your parents telling you what you have to do in order to sustain playing. It's your coaches in the university. I mean, you have to be what they call academic eligible. So if you don't pull your weight in the classroom and do the things you need to take care of off the field in the classroom, then there's no parents around. They will automatically take that from you, and they will academically suspend you. So that's kind of things that I've already learned. I set those foundations in high school already. So going to college, it was the same thing in that aspect. I still had the same work ethic, but as far as like the athletes and the competition and the way that went, it was on a little higher bit of a level, but it was at the same time it was fun, and I was able to adapt to it because of what I did in high school.
So you did mention earlier that you did graduate from college, and that's a huge accomplishment. So tell us, what did you get your degree in?
I got in law, society, and justice, which is like another fancy word of saying like criminal justice, if you will, something like that. So before I wanted to do all this, I kind of wanted to do something with the FBI. I always watched those shows like Law and Order and CSI Miami, CSI Las Vegas. I watch all those kind of like detective type shows. So I was really drawn to that and really intrigued by that. So I took a lot of courses in class that were kind of involved around that whole little scheme, and that's kind of what I was drawn to. So that's what I got my major in.
Great. So preparing for camp at the end of July, what are some workouts that you have been doing during this period of time?
Wow, with this new staff we've been doing a lot of different things. We've been doing like single leg squats. We do this thing called complexes where we do 4 different movements, and that's all counted as one lift. And you do that 4 or 5 different times. We're jumping over wooden boxes, jumping up on those big wooden boxes you see over there, having to balance yourself. A lot of single leg stuff to stabilize what you need to do to work specific football muscles. It's not just going in there and just throwing weight around. A lot of things that we do complement what we need to do on the field. So everything's kind of like position specific, but we've been doing stuff like barbell lifting, power cleaning, front squatting, snatching, and I don't know if you're familiar with none of these terms, but some people might. But those are some of the things that we've been doing. We're doing a lot of running on this field back here. All those white lines you see squared off, that's kind of like our play pen, and we do a lot of agility work inside that square pen right there. So those are a lot of the things that we've been doing, and so far it's been pretty good. I feel more explosive than I have in like the last 7 years, and we're going to keep continuing to do that stuff. So I think it's been pretty good for me so far.
For viewers at home who can't jump over cardboards or can't come to a field, what can they do at home to stay in shape?
There's a lot of things you can do. The main thing is called like plyometrics, and a lot of that is just lifting your own body weight. You can just do what you call the duck walk, and those are just like you bend yourself up and walk like a duck. You can do a lot of running, a lot of sprinting, short sprinting, 10-yard burst. You can play basketball. Actually, it's a great condition for it. Actually, a lot of times what I did in the off season, which kind of like we're not supposed to do, is play basketball. And basketball is great conditioning. It's a fun sport, and if you enjoy doing it, you're not only playing a great game, but you're getting, some of the best condition that you can get because it's nonstop moving up and down the court, back and forth. If you can't play basketball, a few things you could do too. A lot of sit-ups and push-ups, things of that nature, things that require you to move around on your own body weight. So a lot of things, a lot of type of things that you can do outside, regular in the park. Those are the things that you can do to physically get yourself in shape. A lot of times you don't need weights in the gym and stuff like that. All you need really is a field, and just backwards skipping, backwards running. Skip is like a regular skip, like up and down. You put your heel down and then roll off your foot, and you do that back for 20 yards, and then you backwards skip. And then you can do something which you call karaoke, which you kind of do you fling your arms to side, and and you're moving your feet one over another, and you just like karaokeing up and down the field. So there's a lot of things that you can do just on a plain grass field that can help you out.
So before I ask you the last question today, can you get up and show us a few plyometrics that you were talking about earlier?
Sure, wouldn't mind at all. These aren't duck walks, these are some of the things that we do.
Yeah, those are like...
Is that the duck walk?
No, duck walk is like, you're like, and all that stuff right there, like if you do
For your
that,
core system.
core and all that be burning.
Core? That works core?
Core,
The duck? That means, what's that called again?
duck walk.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna do those.
Yeah, because you have to, another core one, not a core one, but these is like regular leg stuff. These are just regular leg lifts. You just turn them over, and it's hitting all this. You do like 5 on the side, cross it over, and you lift that leg.
People can easily do this at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's 5 on that, 5 on that. And believe it or not, all that stuff is working like your whole mid, quads, your hips, your glutes, and do all that. If you do that for 40 yards, back, and like 3 sets of it, and then after you do all that, you do like a 40-yard sprint, and you come back with a 40-yard sprint. And then you do a 40-yard sprint again, and then a backward sprint. And all a backward sprint is just, the same thing. But you're reaching out. You're sprinting. Back and forth. There's a couple of things that you could do.
Gotcha.
And as you can see, you'll get a little wind in you. So it works conditioning. And it's kind of like plyometrics. You're strengthening yourself without using any weights. So that's what you can do if you can't go to the gym. Do that like every other day. Put some basketball in there. And you'll be in shape in no time.
We know that staying healthy is important. What are some healthy meals that you prepare at home?
Just a few things I like to eat, or just like regular baked chicken. And you can just throw that on anything. You can throw it on top of a stove with just like light olive oil on it. You can take broccoli. I like eating raw broccoli. I can eat pretty much raw broccoli or raw, carrots. I know kids don't like hearing that, but if you can mix that in a little bit with a lot of the sugar that you're eating, that also constitutes to being healthy and good health, along with the exercises and stuff that you do. So, I know as being kids and having young metabolism, it's easy to drink a soda here and there and just, eat that stuff. But try to limit that stuff to not do it every day. And sometimes just try to mix in, instead of snacking on chips, just snack on some little baby carrots. You might want to put a little peanut butter on there, or maybe a little ranch, and to make it taste a little better. But try to mix it up a little bit. Don't just do sugar 7 days a week.
And lastly, Khalif, what are some words of wisdom that you can recommend to student athletes and students in general that are wanting to pursue a career in the NFL?
To be honest with you, the most important thing I think that comes to mind I can say about that is that we're one of the 1% out of college that actually makes it into the NFL. And the reason why I got my degree first and wanted to graduate first is because the NFL is not promised you don't automatically make it. It's almost like winning a lottery sometimes, and you don't want to set your dream on, you want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to just, because a lot of people just, don't make it here. So something to fall back on just in case you don't. I'm not saying don't pursue your dream. I'm just saying make sure that you protect yourself and protect your dream, as in saying find a number 2, make sure you get the most important thing, which is a college education, so that if you don't make it, you can fall back on it. And as though you didn't make it, at least you say you tried. And you can have fun while you're trying, and that's what the college experience is for.
Thank you, Khalif, for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Jessica Anderson with Inbounds, and we'll see you next time.